So let's just dive right in. We're going to break down the passive income ideas that are actually working as we head into 2026. And look, this isn't about hype. This is a real, honest blueprint for building wealth without completely burning yourself out. Does this thought ever cross your mind? You know that little voice in your head when you're looking at your bank account, doing the math on all the bills? It's not about being crazy rich. It's just about having some breathing room, right? It's that feeling of wanting to stop stressing about every little purchase and just have income that shows up, even when you're not actively working.
And hey, if you feel that way, you are definitely not alone. A recent Bankrate survey showed that a staggering 63% of Americans feel like they need a second income just to feel financially okay. The problem is, most people are looking for that income in all the wrong places.
Okay, so before we go any further, we have to get this right. Passive income is not some magic get-rich-quick button. Anyone telling you it's set it and forget it is probably trying to sell you a course. The real definition, the one that actually works, is this: build it once, maintain it occasionally. It's all about creating assets and systems that work for you.
So today, we're covering 8 really powerful strategies. We're going to start with the simple foundations that, honestly, everyone should have in place. But then we're going to get into the more advanced, scalable ideas that are really changing the game right now. You're definitely going to want to stick around for that part.
All right, let's kick things off with the strategies that nobody really brags about on social media, but they are absolutely essential. This is all about building a solid base. It's about respecting your own money enough to put it to work for you, even in the most simple ways. I mean, just look at this math. A high-yield savings account paying, say, a 4.5% APY on $25,000, that earns you over $1,000 a year. Now, compare that to a standard checking account that's probably earning you next to nothing. We're talking about over $1,000 in basically free money just for moving your cash to a smarter account. It's a simple little shift that has a huge impact.
Next up is dividend investing, but probably not the way you've seen it on TikTok. The myth out there is to go chase these super high 10% yields, but honestly, that's usually a red flag that a company is struggling. The smart strategy is to focus on solid companies that consistently grow their dividends year after year. It's not about the initial yield, it's about the incredible power of growth plus reinvesting those dividends over a long time.
And this really gets to the core psychology of it all, doesn't it? We're all hardwired to want rewards right now. But building true, lasting wealth is a game of delayed gratification. And dividend growth investing works so well because it perfectly aligns your patience with the unstoppable math of compounding.
Okay, so we've covered the foundation. Now let's move from just saving and investing to actively building and owning real assets. This is where you can really start to see some significant returns.
Let's break down a typical rental property. You might look at the monthly cash flow, let's say it's just $200 a month, and think, that's not really worth the hassle. But you'd be missing the big picture. Your tenants are also paying down your mortgage, which builds your equity. And on top of that, the property itself is likely going up in value. So when you add all of that up, the total gain to your wealth is way, way higher than just the cash you put in your pocket each month.
And here's the crucial point we have to be honest about. Is owning a rental passive? Well, not at first, no way. You've got to find the property, screen tenants, handle repairs, but it becomes passive once you build the right systems, like hiring a great property manager. It's the upfront work that creates that long-term passive income stream.
Okay, now let's talk about where things get really, really exciting in 2026. Digital assets. These have a unique advantage that is just incredible. You build them once, and you can sell them an infinite number of times with almost zero extra cost. That, my friends, is the definition of a scalable business.
The opportunity here is just massive. The online education market alone is projected to hit $400 billion. Think about that. People are genuinely hungry for knowledge, and they are more than willing to pay for information that solves a very specific problem for them. And that's where you can come in.
And I know the number one thing that stops people, that little voice that says, but I'm not an expert. You don't have to be. You just need to know a little bit more than the person you're teaching. The key is to be specific. Don't try to teach fitness. Instead, teach strength training for busy dads over 40. See? That specificity is what people will pay for. And it's not just about online courses. Think about faceless YouTube automation. These are channels where you never even show your face. You use stock footage and AI voiceovers to create videos about anything from history to finance. Once a video is uploaded, it can earn you ad revenue for years. Or what about AI-assisted print on demand?
You can use AI to generate cool designs for t-shirts, and then another service handles all the printing and shipping. The point is, technology has made it easier than ever to create these kinds of assets.
Okay, so we've covered the what. We've got a ton of ideas on the table. Now let's talk about the how. Because a list of ideas is totally useless without a concrete plan to turn that knowledge into actual real income. So let's be real for a second about why most people fail at this. First, they totally underestimate how much time it takes to get some momentum. Second, they overestimate how difficult it actually is, and they get paralyzed trying to make everything perfect. And third, and this is the big one, they quit right before the magic of compounding really starts to kick in.
So success here requires a fundamental shift in your identity. It's a mindset shift. You have to stop thinking like an employee who just trades their time for money. You have to start asking a completely different question. What assets can I build that will work for me?
So here it is, a simple but really powerful 5-step plan. Step 1, get your lazy, idle cash working for you in a high-yield account. 2, automate your investments into low-cost index funds. 3, focus on building just one scalable income asset. Just one. Don't get distracted. 4, take the profits from that one asset and reinvest them. And 5, just do that consistently for 5 years.
This is the master strategy. It's called stacking. You see, wealthy people don't rely on just one income stream. They build layers. You've got interest from your cash, then growth from your index funds, then cash flow from real estate, profits from digital products. All these little rivers combine to form one powerful stream of income. And you know, when it really comes down to it, this is what it's all about. The goal isn't just a bigger number in your bank account. It's about having control. Control over your time, control over your stress, control over your future. It's about freedom. And I promise you, once you get a taste of that, you will never want to go back. So now the question is for you. Don't try to do everything at once. That's a recipe for disaster. Pick one of these strategies, just one. Commit to it for a solid 12 months and just ignore all the other shiny objects out there. So, where are you going to start?
Just think about it for a second. Time's going to pass no matter what we do. 5 years will be here in the blink of an eye. The only real question is, what will you have to show for it?
You're going to find yourself in one of two places. You'll either wish you had started today, or you'll be so glad that you did. There really is no in between. If this helped you at all, do me a favor and hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. But more importantly, let us know in the comments, which of these strategies are you going to start this year? I really can't wait to see what you build.